Do you think honesty and integrity is important?
Yeah. No, Chud. I'm gonna say no here.
And your response is, wait, what? Hassan called Mutahar a pedo? And it's like, bro, you're like, holy f***, is that going in the 51st Hassan video, is it? Guess what, Willie
dude,
Mac?
what is
Guess
it?
what?
Tell me the dirt.
Bro, Hassan called Mutahar a pedo on stream with Nux Taku.
Okay.
Whoa! Oh my god. Hassan bad, part 52. Let's go. Anyway. WillyMacShow.
Hello.
King Sweeper for big commentary.
No, how am I always the controlled opposition, dude? Whether it's Dog Pack and now it's you, dude. It always comes back to controlled opposition.
Okay, listen. I don't even know what you're going to say. I just know we were having I hope you don't mind me saying, a bit of a private disagreement or something. Well, we were talking backwards and forwards about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I think that Nicholas was kind of piping up a bit and explaining it too. I think your initial response was, you know, I don't care about this. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, what about the Nux stuff or the Muta stuff? I guess equally. Like I really don't. Yeah, unless there's like some crazy stuff. Like you did show me the one video the guy made on Nux, and that guy actually I felt like did a pretty good job of relaying out just how like weirdly degenerate this like some of these like thumbnails and stuff are. Like I always thought it was just like he shows the one of like a Pokemon trainer getting plowed by a horse. And I was like, I just think that's fucking funny. Like I don't think that's
that's wonderful. But
some evil sin committed on YouTube. But then there's like other ones where it's like there's like these people are just these like apparent like lollies, like ones of a real life underage like VTuber person, where it's like that's just so beyond.
Well, you know,
I mean that strikes me as like very creepy.
Do you think honesty and integrity is important?
Yeah. No, Chud. I'm gonna say no here.
Well, okay, but then
course,
okay, if you care about honesty and integrity, I just find it odd that you have such a disinterested attitude towards this drama, because it is all about, for me at least, my interest is about honesty and integrity. You know, Nux Taku is misrepresented a lot.
Nux or Muta?
Well, it's kind of like it's kind of linked, I guess, because Nux Taku has lied and misrepresented, you know, his own behavior in the past, plays it down as just memes and shit posting, and when challenged on this stuff with Shadman, his first instinct was to misrepresent the circumstances and present it in a way that wasn't actually true if you fairly assess the information. And with Mutahar,
what was the circumstances?
With the Nux stuff, basically, he was criticizing other people for having associated with Shadman, and he then was questioned on the fact that he'd wanted to do a collaboration with Shadman.
Yeah, he had like DMs, and then he wrote it off as like, "Oh no, I was just gonna roast him."
Yeah, I was going to roast him and challenge him, but then other roasts and challenges seem to be more of a comedic aspect where you're just like fucking around with the person and promoting it at the end. So it's like that's dishonest. Right, I think that's fair to say that's like a lie.
I think that's fair. Yeah,
and he's obfuscating his past so he doesn't draw the eye of public controversy now. And he should have just been honest and said, and if he felt necessary, apologize for that behavior. And then who cares? Everyone fucks up.
Yeah,
right?
the fucking Shad files, dude.
Yeah, as if you just up front and you're like, look, it was really stupid at the time I got wrapped up in it. Whatever he wants to say, but just be honest, open, apologize, move on. Right?
Yeah, I don't see why if Ricky Berwick can do that.
Well, I mean, Ricky Berwick, you know, for his little disabled face or whatever, he sort of talked about it, and that was it. I don't think anyone really cared that much anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
And then there's a spin-on effect then, and this is where the Muta stuff comes in, because this obviously gets brought up, and then Mutahar comes on my stream, and he says that the reason, and I'm being quite friendly, I'm not pressing him particularly hard. I ask about what's going on with the podcast off the back of this Nux Taku stuff cropping up, and Mutahar says to me that the show is, you know, mostly ending because of this Shadman Nux stuff that's cropped up. And then there's other things that he says as well about it, but keep it simple. To keep it simple, okay? And then the next day, the next couple of days, Nux Taku releases a video which features a clip of Mutahar, and in that video, he's saying, well, no, the podcast isn't actually ending because of the Shadman Nux Taku stuff, and there's other reasons.
Yeah.
Which, you know, then calls into question. I mean, I believe Nux Taku referred to my video saying the podcast ended because of this as like misinformation or something like that. So the quality of my presentation and reporting is called into question. But that's what Mutahar said to me. So obviously I'm going to frame it that way.
Who are people saying, like, because I remember you doing this at the time and I thought you were just fucking memeing around. Are people saying you're spreading misinformation? Like who are these fucking people? Is it Muta?
Well, no, Nux Taku claimed that my video about it was misinformation. You know, and I said at
Nux
the time,
claimed it.
and I said at
Okay.
the time, and I've maintained, you know, like there was obviously
Well,
people in the
Muta
comments.
said it on your podcast, right?
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like, you know,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
people in the comments and stuff. It's just a, you know, obviously it's personal. If someone called into question the quality of your commentary on something when you feel you've been fair, honest, and accurate, it would be annoying, right?
Yeah, man, it happens every video. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. But then,
Yeah.
if it's happening
It's
in
part
this
of it, you know,
case,
I get you.
but if someone in this case, because Nux Taku has said that, and then Mutahar is backing that up, completely flipping on the narrative that he's presented to me, seemingly to sweep for Nux Taku, this fucking weirdo freak guy, right? Who has also lied about his own situation, right? That's something that's worth some sort of consideration or attention, no?
Yeah, yeah. So when he made his video, did you agree with his video? And you're upset that he took it down, right?
What, the most recent one?
The post Nux clarity. That one.
Well, there's a whole, you know, I don't want to get into all the weeds of it. There's obviously lots of like details to this, but you know, over
Well,
time,
isn't that the whole point we're here? Like, let's get in the weeds a little. I'm trying to understand it.
Sure.
This is a drama I found out in DMs of the group chat, the famous Tea Party group chat last night.
Sure, which Mutahar left, didn't he?
Is he not in there? I didn't even know.
Wow, you're really not paying attention to anything, are you, mate? Yes, he left the group chat.
Dude, I'm in my own fucking drama, dude. I got people all around me coming at me.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I get it. Okay, you got your fucking 50th Hassan video to make. I understand. Actually,
Dark Viper and
okay.
Like they're on my neck, bro.
Listen, mate. Listen. Okay. I made that joke in the group chat yesterday.
The chudlogic Muta drama.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I get it. You can't cover everything. I totally get that. Okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But can I just point something out that's quite funny? It's off the back of the conversation we had, right? So in the chat, I'm laying this all out and I'm explaining the drama.
Stop. You're cutting out.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, whenever we're in Discord calls and not in a room, my audio cuts out.
Okay. So we are having a conversation about this, and I'm laying all the drama out, and I'm explaining what's led to the recent video. And as part of it, I say, oh, at one point, Hassan called Mutahar a pedo. And your response is, wait, what? Hassan called Mutahar a pedo? And it's like, bro, you're like, holy fuck, is that going in the 51st Hassan video, is it? It's like, bro.
Yes, bro, that would be crazy. I haven't watched it, but obviously that's crazy if he's calling him a pedo. Do we disagree on that?
Well, sure, I agree, and I thought it was out of pocket, and I've said as much.
No,
but it's just funny.
Chud was called a liar in a fucking stream by Nux Taku. So hold on, hold on.
No. Whoa. I'm not saying that. I'm being a bit facetious about your fucking endless Hassan videos.
Of course you are, yeah.
Right? But the point I'm making is I'm laying out this other drama, which involves, you know, big creators creating narratives in order to go against things that I've presented fairly on the basis of a conversation I've had. That's pretty fucked as well, right? So just to lay it out a bit more clearly, okay?
I guess I don't know how fucked this shit is. You aren't describing to me like how fucked this is.
Okay. Let me just explain a bit more.
Like,
Maybe I can get you
That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, how fucked is this?
Okay. So, in fairness, when this all first happened, I was a bit at a loss of what to do because, like, all these big creators were seemingly crafting these narratives about what had happened, right?
This is about the podcast ending and them giving different reasons.
Yeah. So Mutahar gives the reason that's because of the Nux Shabman stuff.
And he changed his reason after he left your show, which made you feel like, well, now I look stupid.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So that's the initial building block of this. But
so immediately, I think that is less of a big deal than if Hassan calls me a pedophile or whatever you said. You know.
I mean, well, okay.
Off the basis there. I mean,
obviously, yes, calling someone a pedo is fucked up. Yes, obviously, I agree with you.
Okay.
But why does it have to be a fucking comparison? Why does it have to be a comparison? I don't understand. The point I'm making is it's just funny. That's what you. No, I'm just pointing out it's funny that that's what you kind of focused on. That was the focus of your thing when you're supposed to be talking about another drama. That's the point that I'm making, okay?
All right. Okay. Keep going.
So anyway, right, I'm trying to figure out what's going on because I don't want to put out misinformation. And Nicholas gives me privately a reason as to what has happened. Though Jengles, Mutahar's partner, is in chat when I'm talking about this apparent inconsistency. And I'm told that apparently the podcast wasn't filmed, and it was apparently because of the Shadman Nux stuff, but then also there was this business reason, and that's why it's ending. And I thought, well, okay, well, I'll just say that and talk about it, and that was that. So the narrative is the podcast was going to end anyway, because of this Nux Shadman stuff. They never filmed the final episode, and that was the kind of like agreed upon explanation. And then, as I'm ending my stream, that last episode of the podcast comes out. So now I'm really not understanding what the narrative is and what's happened. Right?
Yeah.
So you understand, there's all these different people telling me different information. I feel like I'm being pulled from pillar to post, you know, or to try and obfuscate the fact that
they're being flip-floppity. And then he makes his video disavowing Nux, and then he takes it down, and then Nux uploads or has a stream clip. Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, but then there's more that you don't necessarily know about. And I don't want to bore you with the details if you genuinely don't care, but it is kind of relevant to what's happening.
Well, no, right? I came here to talk about it. I said, you said you wanted to do it on stream. To me, it's fine. If you want to do it, let's talk.
Okay. So,
let's get into the gritty, dude.
Get into the nitty gritty. Let's go. You love that. I know you love that. So anyway, moving forward, right, a guy called Harmful Opinions makes a video talking about the inconsistencies. And, I feel a bit like, well, yeah, this is totally fucked. Like, I get annoyed about it because I've been so nice about it. If anything, I've been a bit of a pussy and too soft because I was thinking, fuck, these big channels are like talking with each other and coming up with narratives. Am I about to get fucking squashed? Okay. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I kind of move on from it. And then Harmful releases a video. It gives me a bit of room to say, yeah, this is fucked. This is a pretty fucked situation. I speak to Nicholas and Tom. Turkey Tom is like, yeah, I did a collaboration with Nux and it was a bit fucking weird. He showed me all this degen shit. Okay. And then Mutahar comes on because Nicholas brings him on and I spurg out a bit. It's quite funny. He doesn't hear me spurging. Entertaining clip. But basically, I'm kind of like talking to him about this situation and asking questions and trying to figure out what's going on, putting his words to him. He's being a bit flip-floppy. It's like pulling teeth from him, trying to get some explanations. But anyway, off the back of that, Mutahar is acting like he had no idea about the degenerate shit that this guy was doing, what Nux Taku was up to with these clips.
Using degenerate shit being like the thumbnails or...
the thumbnails, presenting people with what lolicon content to look at and then them being freaked out by it and so on, right? And he puts out a message, apparently...
I don't have a problem with the content he was making there.
Well, the thing is, there's an argument, there's certain arguments that the can just makes I somewhat agree with, but we can put that to one side, right? Because as long as you're honest about it and open about it, what does it fucking matter? But then there's been dishonesty and lies. That's the problem, which I'm about to explain to you. So, Mutahar, in the course of talking to us, finds out about some of this degen shit and acts like he doesn't know and says he's going to contact Nux Taku about it. And he's acting like he's sending them messages, sending him like screenshots and things like that of the stuff we're talking about, right? And then that conversation comes to an end. And then Nikandros, this shitter, basically, no offense, releases a video. And it shows that, well, Mutahar did know about some of the stuff that Nux Taku was up to. So he's presented this impression to us like he's totally unaware of the shit that Nux Taku is doing in his content. But he has participated in some of this content. So either he's forgotten...
I don't understand how he could have a whole podcast with Nux and not know what content he uploads. That's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's participated in some of it, right? So he's got this professional connection, all this degen shit going on, sweeping for Nux Taku, saying, well, he's not leaving because of this, and there's all this stuff he's done. He's acting like he doesn't know about it with me, and then someone releases a video that shows, no, he very likely did know because he was doing the exact content with him. So it's very dishonest to act like he didn't. Okay? Nothing happens. I believe privately behind the scenes, can't prove this. There was some private conversation, maybe some private cutting off of Nux Taku. And now we arrive at the present day. Hassan, which you're very concerned about. You're going to love this bit, okay? Guess what, Willie Mac? Guess what?
Tell me the dirt.
Bro. Hassan called Mutahar a pedo on stream off the back of this hentai review, lolicon review shit he did with Nux Taku.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh my God. Hassan Bad Part 52. Let's go. Anyway. it is obviously bad. It's out of pocket. I agree with all of that. But I think what happens then is Mutahar sees the backlash from this. I think there's comments from certain people, I don't know if they've said it publicly, that are talking about maybe talking to Mutahar, commentary people, trying to get him to, maybe you should respond to this and put out a video. Mutahar releases this video post Nux Clarity. In it, he talks about some of these dramas, condemns Nux, says he's cut him off, apologizes to me for fucking it up, says he misspoke. I think there's still...
Yeah, he apologized to you like twice in the thing.
He did, but he did it while saying that he misspoke. So it's like, I appreciate the sentiment, but a better apology would you just be open and honest about everything. I still don't think he was
Yeah,
open
but you
and honest
feel like he's being weaselly.
Yeah, he's being weaselly, but, you know, at the end of the day, the video's out there. If it remained up, I would have made my criticism, and I'd have been like, I think this is dishonest, that is dishonest. He did apologise, I appreciate it, and said my piece, right? But then, before I even get a chance to react to it, because it came out on Tuesday, after I finished on Monday, he's taken the video down, he's privated it, he's put out a community note, which he's then deleted, and then put out another community note saying he took the video down because it was slop content, and he didn't want to do that anymore, and he wants to do other content. And then it's revealed that apparently, according to Nux Taku, Mutahar reached out to Nux Taku to apologise to him.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about that now?
Well, I mean, I felt a bit like, okay, well, you're apologising, but you still feel being dishonest, but at least it's something. To, well, you've taken the video down. So what, is that a retraction of the apology? I would assume so, because I've not spoken to him directly. And then he's apologised to Nux Taku.
And then he called your apology slop content. Ooh.
Well, I didn't...
Owned.
I didn't see it as that. It was just a kind of... My apology was, I guess, like a victim of this move.
Yeah.
I think it was... But I think Mutahar's being dishonest.
You got used, abused...
I'm glad this is... Dude, I'm glad this is funny to you. I can't wait until you get raped, okay? And I'll be laughing at you in the ditch, okay, bro?
I know. Okay,
no, listen. I don't... Honestly, listen, to be honest, this is banter, okay? I genuinely am not, like, cut up about it. It's just I'm more like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
What the fuck? I'm with you. I get you.
You know, it's like, this is like deranged behaviour to flip-flop so hard like this, you know? And it just makes him look like a spineless liar.
If I was in your position too, I think I would be like, why fucking say anything at all if you're just going to immediately croak it back?
Yeah. And the thing is as well is, you know, again, this is like nitty gritty, but there's problems with the video. Like he condemns like lolly stuff, but then he defends someone on the basis they were falsely accused of something, which is maybe fair. But then this person has also got a history of being a shotacon, which is the male version of lolicon.
What is a shotacon? A what?
Basically, it's young boys getting off to pictures of young boys. Okay, to put it simply.
Okay. And wait, what's a lolly then?
Young girls, like underage minors, whatever.
Sure. So this is like the hebephile thing, or some shit.
Well, no, we don't need to get that deep into it. The basic point, though, is that he's being critical of like lolly stuff, whilst simultaneously defending someone who is like into the male equivalent of lolicon. So there's like inconsistencies like that he's presenting. He's made a couple of bad arguments.
Nux is into...
No. This tiger person. Sorry. Good question, actually, because, yeah, why the fuck is this
tiger come from? Wait, who the fuck is tiger person?
So, to put it simply, Tiger is another creator, some VTuber, who's some sort of nonce, and Nux Taku had a drama with them where they falsely accused them of something, apparently.
Okay, right. I remember from the video.
And Mutahar is basically saying, like, you know, oh, Nux Taku falsely accused this person. And is making effort to kind of get their story out there. But then there's other criticisms of Tiger that they're into this other kind of form of degenerate nonce stuff. So the basic point is you're simultaneously condemning this lolicon stuff whilst defending someone who consumes the male equivalent of it. You see what I mean? So like there's inconsistencies in the video that are being picked apart.
Is that a criticism of Nux or Muta?
Well, I guess it's a criticism for not doing his due diligence and researching properly and finding out all the details.
You keep saying he. Who is he?
Mutahar, that made the video.
Okay, Muta.
Sorry if I'm not being clear. But yeah, Mutahar that made this video, right? So he's not done the research to know all this context, and he's kind of gone into it half-cocked. But now it's created, basically, these inconsistencies. So he's essentially pissed off everyone with his video. And I think that rather than try and rectify it and do a better video or put out a response to that further backlash, I feel like he's just wiping the slate clean and reverting back to, I'm still friends with Nux Taku. I shouldn't have done the video. So it's quite spineless behavior when he made a big sort of deal out of, you know, disowning him in this video. Does that all make sense?
Look, I think that makes sense.
Okay. So I appreciate you might not personally be looking to make a video on this, Sweepy Mac, okay? But you can understand at least
Probably
why...
not, but...
You can understand why
it's not big enough, right? I don't...
Oh, sorry, my drama is a big enough deal for you, mate, okay? I mean, to be fair, we've got the Dark Viper stuff, so maybe that's a bit unfair. But you can at least understand why I and others are interested or bothered or wanting to talk about this.
No,
Right?
I get why you're bothered because you're literally personally affected by it. You're like a main player in this shit, right? So I get that.
But the thing is, I was probably more annoyed about it before. Now it's just like bemusement at the insane behavior that Mutahar is engaged in with all the video nonsense and the flip-flopping.
So why do you think he's doing it?
Because I think Mutahar is fundamentally a very spineless person. And I think he wants to play...
Okay, what is your most best good faith interpretation for him doing it? Before we go into that.
That is my best face interpretation. The worst face interpretation is that he's a nonce. I mean, dude. Like, I don't...
So the worst face interpretation that is that Muta is a pedo?
I mean, that's a bit facetious. I don't think any
the
world
best
exists
is that he's spineless and that he doesn't want to face the criticism.
I don't think that any world exists where Muta is a pedo. That would be a pretty crazy situation.
Okay.
Okay, but I'll just explain what I'm getting across here. Okay, let me be more specific.
Holy shit, dude! Hassan was right, bro. You don't have to send me there.
Listen, I think Muta's not like a super hardcore, like horrible, malicious person. I think that's evidenced by the fact he at least tried to apologize to me, even though I think it was very flawed. Mm-hmm. I think that he just wants to like please and placate like the person that he's in front of. So he says to me and my audience, "Oh yeah, guys, you don't like Nux Taku, you don't like Shabman. Well, guess what? The podcast is ending because of that." Ooh, and he wants to throw that out as a piece of red meat, and then that causes blowback from matey boy Nux Taku. So now he's got to put another statement out to clarify that, and then later he's on stream with me, Nicholas, and Tom, so he's given a different story that he didn't know about this. And it's basically just an endless effort to try and placate everyone.
Bad. No, I agree with you, dude. Like hearing it over, no, it does seem like a bad deal.
And I'd welcome you. I don't know how close you are, Mutahar, to speak to him directly.
Hold on. Everybody's saying WillyMacShow.
That's because I said
I've talked to Muta one time in a fucking call ever.
Oh, classic.
Like all these people just assume like you're all like little fucking Hassan fans, dude, where you're all like, or Dark Viper fans, where you're like, he's best friends with Keemstar, he's best friends with Destiny. It's like, fucking get the demons out of your head, dude. Look under, there's no boogeyman under there. All right, like
classic. Mutahar's made some big fuck ups, and now no one knows who is this guy. I've never heard of him before.
You all hated Dogpack, and now what? Look, you've all become him. You've all become him.
Okay, listen, mate, okay? Let's be serious, okay? Let's be serious for a second. I think you came into this and you were like, what is the deal here? Hopefully I've explained it now and, there's an understanding there, we get it. I'm just saying that I'm giving my side of it. There's obviously other interpretations and analysis that people can do. People are welcome to come to their own conclusions, but I feel I've laid out a pretty decent case in a fair way of all the information, and that's my kind of interpretation.
No, I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think, at first when I was like first seeing this, it was like, obviously I think he made the video on Nux because, I don't know, maybe he did actually, because obviously I'm seeing this for the first time. He saw this shit on Nux and he's like, oh, you know what? This is bad. I probably got to cut ties with him. And then it turned into the like, wait, I feel bad because I'm actually friends with this guy. So I'm like deleting this thing. But the fact that he's flip-flopped, like, on your show, and then like twice it sounds like, and then with the video again, and then to Nux, it just all seems, it does seem like he's just running from it. He doesn't want to make the hard decision.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you don't want to make the hard decision, you probably just shouldn't say anything at all, is my opinion on that,
Yeah, and there's people that have claimed there's like a guilt by association thing. For me, I don't really care about that. We all have connections, associations we regret, or there are things people do that we don't like. Just be honest. Just be open, honest, and upfront. And I think, Mutahar flip-flopping, taking the video down. Nux Taku is taking down videos that he's being criticized for from years ago, quietly privating them when they get tweeted out by certain individuals. It just comes across as trying to cover this up. And another thing that is probably personally relevant to you, I'm going to watch it in a bit. Nicholas found this. Apparently there was a video of Nux Taku sweeping or defending Zero. Remember Zero, right?
Yeah, I do. And I did watch that video. That video is basically Nux having no understanding of the drama at all. And then watching Zero's response where he lays out the worst fucking defenses I've ever seen. And then go, yep, that makes a lot of sense. I talked to Zero, and that's true. It's like, bro, how do you know that's true? Because Zero told you? So that's pretty much the video. It's terrible.
Just to put a cherry on this, so Nicholas sends that video to Mutahar with kind of a question mark of what is this. Mutahar presumably sends it to Nux Taku, and then the video gets privated. No explanation.
Bro. That's how that went down?
That's what I'm told. I mean, look, obviously I can't see
How is
behind the
Nick
scenes.
Diorio
But
always behind all of this, dude?
I tell you what it is. Nick
He killed Bo
Diorio.
Blacks. Now he's attempting to kill Mutahar.
Because Nick Diorio, I think, sees this stuff and it bothers him, but he's friends with people, so he doesn't want to make a big noise about it, but he quietly does these little moves, I think.
Is he friends with these people? Like,
I mean, he was friends with Bo Blacks, friends with Mutahar. I don't know. I mean, maybe people think I'm sweeping for Nicholas,
maybe you're
but
right.
I think Nicholas is, genuinely like a bit bothered by the fact that some of these people are making these moves, and now Nicholas is kind of like, I don't know what the fuck Mutahar's doing. This is crazy. I'm not getting involved in sweeping for this.
No, we're Smaggle, dude. What's his opinion?
Smaggle is extremely autistic, so I don't know.
He's my favorite, man. Leave him alone. Fucking love that guy.
But also,
All right,
Nicholas, if you're listening, well, I don't know if Nicholas is there and he wants to hop in. He's welcome to. He said he wasn't that, bothered about commenting further. But yeah, no, that was everything. Honestly, if that's it from you.
Cool.
Appreciate you taking the time for me to lay it out, and thank you for. Can we also, dude? Okay, I'm not having this again, right? This wasn't like a big debate necessarily, but
it's a huge debate.
But you do agree with my perception that this is something worth caring about, even if you're not going to spend loads of time covering it, right?
I'm glad. No, do you know what I think? I think you agree with my perception of how things are talked
Fuck
about.
off, dude. Bro, you were being so annoying in that chat yesterday, dude. Were you doing it on purpose? Were you trying to wind me up?
I didn't know what was going on, and you guys are like interrogating me. Okay. And I'm like, what's the video? Let me see a video. Xylee has to send it because you fucks are lazy.
Okay.
Oh, I had something else I want to say. I saw you reacted to and you're now public enemy number 1 to me. Is you reacted to my Xander Hall debate.
Yes.
My darkest hour, dude. How'd that go?
I think if I were analysing it from a debate perspective, there were definitely some pretty big fuck-ups that you made.
Dude, it's so bad, bro. It's like, what the fuck?
However,
oh, God.
I think that's like the 2020 perspective, where the debate pedophilia was big. But from a normal guy perspective, I do think you did quite well because, Xander Hall came across.
I represent the retards, dude. These are my people.
But it's like Xander came across very obnoxious, and I think there were things you said which were wrong from a debate.
Too, dude.
Yeah, like the thing is,
I felt like I was being way annoying in that thing.
Well, the thing is, you're saying slavery isn't a political debate, right? And it obviously is a political debate. But the point you're making is it's not like a modern day relevant political debate that anyone fucking cares about, right? That's what I was getting from it. So I don't know, dude. I think you were probably treated quite harshly for that because you did a bad debate performance by 2020 standards.
I don't feel like I was treated that harshly at all. I think it was a good learning thing of like, if I go into these conversations to just don't be like so obnoxious, just try and be more good faith and have fun with it. Is sort of it was like a learning opportunity in terms of that, because like you're like, I felt like I was just annoying. Like I went in way too annoying. Because it was like, if you remember, there was like the blood sports stuff back in the day, which was like a big thing. So it's like I was trying to like, oh well, that's what people want, and it's just like it's such a fucking L.
Well, I think it's like it's almost like it was the old style of debate of the blood sports stuff, where you just you don't have any strong arguments. It's all about talking shit. Xander was presenting the kind of bread tube style 2020 debate, but then times moved on again, and I think people just want a more normie perspective. Do you know what I mean? Like people don't want all this like, actually, I think you'll find that common sense is a fallacy. Like people don't want that; they just want normal chats. I don't know. That's my perception. But... So I don't know. I thought it was actually quite good, even though you probably got criticised for not doing a good debate performance at the time.
Honestly, I really didn't get that much heat. When you're smaller, like, and you're like, he was pretty small too, so it's like we didn't really have audiences like that,
Yeah. Okay. Funnily, actually, I do have a piece of Xantent for later. Did you know that Xander Hall is so desperate that he's complaining about only getting $5 donos and saying he can't afford groceries now?
Really?
I've yet to watch the segment, but I'm told that is contained in this.
I watched your video of like him, and you were like watching, or maybe you uploaded this. It was about him saying like he has to go work at McDonald's now or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's I kind of feel bad for him, like that's like a thing that sucks when like the fucking YouTube thing's not working out. But my whole thing is like, why tell the world? Go pick up a second job. I've always done that.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you had times when you've had to like work a
Yes, and
second
I
job?
just pick up I just start working. Like, like I feel like that's the best thing you can do. Nobody on the internet wants to hear you complain. Just go
Yep.
work
Yeah. No, I
and
agree.
keep grinding. That's the YouTube journey, dude. Everybody's doing it. So to hear him like specifically complain about it, it's sort of like wah, like wah wah,
Yeah,
womp
definitely.
womp, as you say.
Yeah. Classic reference for those that know. Okay, mate. Well, listen, I got all this other shit to get to. I appreciate you coming on, though. That should be a good segment. We're gonna go pretty hard on the thumbnail. I think we're gonna put a really offensive title about you. Is that okay?
I expect nothing less.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, thanks
Take it
very
easy,
much,
man.
mate. Catch you later. Bye. Just don't call him a pedo, okay? Whatever you do, DK, we're not going to call him a pedo. Let's draw a line there. Okay?